Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan. I got a question that I want to talk about right now concerning the state of Jordan Brand. What is going on with Jordan Brand? Why are things seemingly slowing down for Jordan Brand? I have two ideas in my head right now as to why that's happening. So let's get right into it. The first idea is that Jordan Brand right now is going through a period where it's mass producing way too much of a good thing. The other idea is that there have been way too many collaborations for Jordan Brand to keep up with and to maintain in the spotlight. So those are the two ideas that I really want to talk about. So let's start off with the whole idea that Jordan Brand is just mass producing way too many things. One of the examples that I have right now off the top of my head are just some of the latest releases that came out. I'm thinking about like the Jordan 12 Black and Game Royal. That was a very, very, very great looking shoe, but it took a while for it to sell out. Not as much though as it took the Jordan 4 What the colorway. That is still sitting in shelves. The same is going right now for one of the Jordans from the Fearless Ones pack, the Jordan 1 Bloodlines, as some are calling it, or some people are just calling it the Black Red. All of these three shoes are actually really good shoes, really good quality materials, and the idea behind the shoes are awesome. They look great. They are really, 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 really nice to look at. Feel great on feet. You name it, it's there. But they're sitting on shelves, or they sat on shelves. So one of the things I've been thinking about is that Jordan Brand is simply making way too much, way too frequently. What I mean is that the Jordan 11s are going to be dropping soon in December, as in next week. There are 2 million pairs of those Bread 11s coming out. 2 million pairs. That's a lot. So Jordan Brand is kind of getting caught up in that it's making way too much stuff at a time. Right now, Yeezy is going through a similar thing where they've just restocked several colorways of 700s, 350s, 500s. And the results are all the same. Resale has gone down significantly for Yeezys in the last couple of years, the same way that resale for Jordans has gone down tremendously. So we're seeing a lot of that right now. The other thing that can add to the devaluation of Jordans is the whole thing that there are way too many collaborations from Nike, Jordan Brand, Yeezy. You name it. There are so many collaborations. Let's take a look at Jordan Brand collaborations. The ones I can think about right now are the Travis Scott 6s, 1s, low top 1s. I'm also thinking about some of the Fearless 1 packs, specifically the Melody Asanis, I think. They had like a watch as a lace debray. So all these collaborations are coming out, and these are actually now the big hyped up shoes. These are the shoes that everyone tries to get their hands on, leaving the OG colorways and some of the more important historically colorways behind. We're seeing that shoes that a couple years ago would have sold out immediately right now are being left to rot. One of the examples that I have are the Cool Gray 4s from originally they released in the early 2000s. This year they sat a lot. I remember I picked mine up maybe 2 weeks after they dropped, and somehow they still had my size, which is a small size. I don't understand how that's really possible, but imagine, in the early 2000s, somebody pulled out their Cool Gray 4s or their Cool Gray 11s or even the Cool Gray 9s. People would be losing their minds just because they'd be, taking steps in those. Right now, no one could care any less. So one of the reasons I think is that, simply put, those shoes just aren't as hyped anymore as collaborations are. That can be a good thing and a bad thing, because on one way, you're putting the person who collaborated with Jordan Brand out there, but on the other sense, you're sacrificing the bread and butter of Jordan Brand for the new things. So that's just kind of things I have on my mind. That might be why Jordan Brand's going through the trial that it is right now. But if you guys have any ideas, anything that you might want to talk about, leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to check it out. But that's really all for right now. And until next time, guys, I'll see you around.